back, everybody. This is War Torn Creative. I'm Jared, joined by Brad and Gavin, and we've got another battle report for you guys, but this time it's getting a little more competitive.
It is.
Because we actually have an ITC tournament right around the corner on the 29th, I believe,
Yep,
right?
and I just want to get ready for it. So
Yes.
I'm just grinding games out right now.
Brad's going to make a straight shot there as soon as it comes right on up. So we're going to play it's a 1,500-point game between Tau and Tyranids.
Yeah, the old shoot versus fully assault army.
Yes, and we've already rolled for our mission type, and already decided deployment zones. We'll get to deployment and first turn in our next video, which is the actual game itself.
Yep.
But the mission type we got was ITC's 8th edition Scenario 1 Retrieval. So if you guys want to read into what that mission type is, just check it out in the link in our description. And we're just going to get right into it with our armies, starting with the newest addition to our series, the Tyranids.
Yeah, so I've been playing Tyranids for ages, and this list in particular was my 1,500-point list that I've played to death in 6th and 7th edition. Slowly been painting it up. As you can see, I'm in the process of painting up my Moloch. He came off the painting table just for this game. But I haven't played it yet in 8th edition, and everyone in our gaming group is so focused on trying to paint up their armies and get ready and learning all the rules for 8th edition, no one's been able to play me. So when Brad was like, I need practice for ITC tournaments, I was like, I will play an army that I have yet to play. Don't care, I just need to play this army. So it's a little weird. This is essentially a way of testing out what I need to be dropping from my 1,500-point list, because I know there's a few things I just don't want anymore because they've changed things around. The Forge World unit Malanthrope is an HQ now. The Mucilid spores, I'm using the Forge World Meiotic spores because they're cheaper than the Mycetic spore instead of the Meiotic. I don't.
Meiotic's the Forge
World. There's so many names for spores. Yeah. They're all very close. Anyways, these are the big exploding mortal wound bombs rather than the group of 3 that they look like and are modeled for. I know I'm getting rid of them. I'm always running Swarm Lord because I just think he's way too cool. I love Zonethropes. This.
So you have 6 Zoes?
I have 6 Zoes. I have 3 Tyrant Guard. 6 Zoes with a Neurothrope. They'll be delivered in this Tyrannocyte, which is just base. I have 10 Gargoyles. 3 Tyrant Guard. 1 with Crushing Claws, just because I modeled it that way, because rule of cool.
Yep. Is that essentially their power fist?
Yeah, essentially -1 to hit, ×2 strength. I think -4. I need to check that, but it's either -3 or -4 rend.
It should be -3, I believe.
Yeah,
I think that's been par for the course for a lot of like double your strength. It's
yeah, that's a good point. The Crone, I have the Flyrant with he's modeled with 2 twin-linked Devourers, but now I'm playing them as 2 twin-linked Death Spitters with Slimer Maggots, because they're a little better, a little more expensive, but they have some AP to them, and same amount of shooting. So I'm going to be playing with that, see how that's like, because I might just switch them over to close combat, because it seems like a lot of our flying creatures are getting more beefy in close combat and not as good shooting because they don't have the hard-to-hit special rule. So they're just kind of...
The resiliency
resiliency's dropped, but
the durability
their movement... Yeah, durability's gone up, but their movement has also gone up, or as far as ease of movement, because I don't have swooping or glide mode anymore. I'm not a flyer. I just go where I want to go. I think there's a minimum movement speed. I'll need to double-check that. There isn't on the Flyrant. It's just move up to 16 inches. That's pretty awesome. I like the idea of being able to get in there. And I love Molochs, so I have a Moloch in there as well.
All with new mechanics.
Yeah. So
similar, but you know.
Yeah, very similar but different. A lot of mortal wound potential. I have a lot of smite potential going on. A ton of mortal wounds. So mortal wound creating, smite creating mortal wounds, smite creating a lot of mortal wounds from 6 Zonethropes. Mortal wounds being done if these ever go off. Doubt it.
We'll see.
And yeah, so we've got mortal wounds, mortal wounds, mortal wounds, mortal wounds, mortal wounds. So that's a lot of potential mortal wounds coming out of my list. It's very unlikely. Some of it, like these guys, I really don't imagine them doing anything. They have a 3-inch move.
Yeah, they're pretty slow.
They're
Little
pretty
floating balloons.
Yeah. So we'll see how this goes. I just kind of threw this together. So this is a Outrider detachment.
Yes.
And then with an auxiliary detachment.
+3, and then -1.
Yeah.
So,
So I'm
4,
3.
3. Yeah.
So I have 3 command points. This is not the final version of this list. This is 7th edition being dragged.
Yeah, this was a part of your, when we talked about an army builder, like the
Maul.
The Maul.
Yeah. This is right now, as it's known, this was called Big Bugs for Big Boys, Operation Deep Throat.
Oh my God.
So that's what I'm playing today.
Yes, you are.
Probably going to deep throat.
Okay.
Okay,
All
so
right.
then you go over to me.
So,
Are you done?
yeah.
I think he's done on that comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
So, okay.
So,
1 second. I just do that. Okay, go. Just
right.
tap.
so I'll start with the Kroot. I got 15 Kroot.
Yep. Ooh.
But they're
Not
cool.
16?
I like them. No, 15. Yeah, not
Actually, I've
16.
always loved
Why they
Kroot.
come in packs of 16, I still don't know. I don't get
The
it.
same with my
Okay.
Age of Sigmar Dryads.
So then I've got 2 strike teams. So they all have pulse rifles.
Okay, so 30 inches, strength 5.
Yep. Oh, and you know what? Here's the more important part. I got 24 drones.
Damn.
Yeah.
So 22 are all gun drones, and then I just got the 2 stealth drones.
So you're doing the thing that I
doing
expected
the
to
thing.
happen, which is
Even though they, if I'm going to take shots with them, they take a mortal wound and they die. It doesn't matter. The amount of output they put out in the 1 or 2 turns that they are they're useful.
Yeah.
It does a lot. So then I got my Ghost Steel. He's got the Fusion Collider and 2 Flamers. I've got the person that's not on a hover drone that starts with an E. That I can't-
Ethereal.
Ethereal.
Yeah.
I can't say that word.
New Tau player.
Ethereal. Yeah.
Urethral?
Nothing.
said
Yeah, I
urethral?
said urethra
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
That's his name.
So that's my urethra.
God.
Not on a
you not
drone,
say
just
my in
walking.
front of it? Yeah.
Absolutely nothing special about it.
Yeah.
Basically just using it to give
Buff up your
buffs.
fire warriors.
buff up your
Yeah,
troops.
buff up infantry and suits. Then I've got my stealth suits. The 2 of them have burst cannons. 1 has a fusion blaster. Then I've got my crisis battle suits,
Yes.
which are the 3 over here that are painted.
For your elite choice.
Those all have 1 flamer each and 2 airburst fragments.
Yep. So you're not getting any systems at all.
So
No,
just
no
full
systems.
offense.
Full offense.
Okay.
No systems.
All guns.
He's using the drones
guns
as
o'clock.
his
As my wall.
defensive auxiliary is essentially
Right.
the drones.
So then you've got my commander in a cold star battle suit.
Just too
which-
good not to take.
Yeah, and it's got the high outburst cannon and the missile pod. Then here comes the
So
cheeky
yeah,
part.
this is the funny thing.
Here's the fun thing.
Like,
Commander. So I
Yeah.
got 3 individual
so
additional commanders.
what's the name of that detachment?
Well, so what I did is I'm running a battalion
Yeah, so
and I'm running
3.
So the battalion, I've got basically 2 of my commanders in it
Yeah.
and the ethereal, and then the other detachment is
I forgot the name
the
of it.
Vanguard.
No, Vanguard's for elites.
Well, right, but you can take enough
right. You can take
HQ.
2. Oh, see, I thought you were doing.
fill it up.
I thought you were doing that.
No, I didn't take the HQ one
thought
because I
that's-
needed more. I needed more elite spots.
Gotcha.
So because I needed more elite spots, I chose that one, and I could still.
Oh, okay.
I still
So
can
4? So
fill
that puts
all
you
of
at-
my HQ.
So that puts you at 7 command points.
7 command points. So each of those.
pretty healthy number.
So each of those guys, and the reason I took them is they're hitting on 2s, which is way better than 4s. And after playing them once, I love that. And I was running them with an advanced targeting system, and I took that off and I changed their guns around a little bit because I was running like a lot of airburst fragments, and I just didn't really like it. So I changed them all to burst cannons. So they each have 3 burst cannons and a plasma blaster or fusion blaster. And that's basically because
a
I
lot of
want them.
DACA.
I want them to put out a lot of shots.
Lots
but
of
then I
shots.
also want them, if I need to make the big bang on the big guy, they can do it.
That was the interesting thing. Them being able to take 4 guns,
Yeah.
I thought that was peculiar, but
Yeah.
I'd like to see how they perform. And it looks like we've kind of breezed right on through.
Yeah.
Your
Very simple.
your extermination cadre from Sept Orkin.
Yeah, and I mean, to deal with mortal wounds and anything,
Ring.
really the only thing I have is the buff from the ethereal.
Urethral.
Ethereal.
There we go.
It's funny because I know how to say it now, but then the other word
It's
just
still in
pops
your
in my
head.
mind.
Yeah.
So, really the only thing I have to mitigate that is by
Okay. So,
getting that.
real quick, let's just go into just a quick synopsis of what your game plans are.
Yeah.
Let's start with Brad, since we're just going to hop back to you.
Okay.
And we're going to bounce back to him.
So my game plan is essentially that everything that can Manta Strike is starting off the board. So my Crisis Suits, all 4 of my commanders will be off the board. My Ghost and my Stealth, they have Infiltrate, so they also won't deploy until right before the first turn. So essentially I'm deploying very little right away. And because only less than 50% is still in Manta Hold because they're doing Infiltrate, so they're still deploying, it's okay. So I kind of get the advantage right there to see everywhere where he's going to set up and then make my decision of, okay, I'm going to infiltrate
where to
here,
drop
and
your
then I get to
suits.
drop all my guys.
Yeah, typical like
It's the Alpha,
far sight.
Strike meta right now,
Yeah.
as everybody is calling it.
Yeah. Well, that's always.
Yeah, it's always been alpha. Like,
Yeah, but it's like really heavy Alpha
Thought we
Strike
could escape
right
it.
now.
Well, I mean, we have essentially because it's not 100%
Yeah, it's a
alpha
50.
strike.
Yeah,
It's
Right.
it's
50.
50. No null deployment.
So that's my game plan.
Okay, cool.
And I mean, I'm not afraid of being in close combat because I can jump away.
Yeah, because of the fly
But-
rule.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? We'll see if you can even make it to that
Yeah.
when we're talking about your battle plan.
Okay, so I mean, I have a lot of alpha strike as well. All 3 of these spores are going to be held up. My zone throps are going to be in here. But pretty much everything else is... Oh yeah, and then of course the Moloch will be off the table, but everything else starts on the table. But that's surprisingly very little. We've only got this stuff going
Yeah,
on right
only like
here.
a handful of units. It'd be interesting to see.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into counting it right now. I'd like to see how it goes in the deployment of who gets first turn.
Oh yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Actually, no. This ITC, we roll to determine who deploys
Oh,
first.
that's right. You just get a +1 if you do.
Then you
one to
roll
your
to
roll.
determine first turn.
Yep.
With a modifier.
Yeah.
So, that looks like to be the gist.
I mean, my battle plan is going to be see what I can do. Also, I'm really interested in this Swarm Lord
just eat
special
things?
ability, which is like Book It,
Yeah.
I think it's called.
Yeah, I figured your game plan was just to eat things.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really
Have some-
just trying to see what I
have
want to
some
do with
seafood.
this list in the future.
Yeah,
space
I'm
fish.
not really
Space
expecting
fish.
much against Tau. I'm really expecting to get shot to pieces, but it's just kind of I'm kind of stretching my legs on this list
Yeah.
because I'm going to be playing a few more games of Tyranids. This is just one that we happen to film.
Yeah, okay then. Well, that
Sweet.
sounds like we are squared away. We're going to close it out here. If you guys really enjoyed this and found this very informative, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys at the start of our game after we've deployed.